Hello everyone, I am Shweta from AstronEra and welcome to our third episode of Ask AstronEra. Every Saturday I am going live to talk about different topics in astronomy, and since last week I have received requests from a lot of people to ask about Pluto. So I was also talking with these kids of 8th standard who have the chapter in their books about astronomy, and they were asking me about Pluto. So I thought, why not make this our topic, right? So Pluto is not a planet anymore, and this was decided back in 2006. So why is that? And we are gonna look into it today. But before that, I just need to know if I have echo of my voice while doing this live streaming or not. So once we check that, we can move ahead. Or if there is echo, I'll just be quickly fixing it before we move ahead. Okay, good. So voice is not echoing, so let's move ahead. All right, so some facts about Pluto. Pluto was discovered back in 1930s by the astronomer named Clyde Tombaugh, and since then we used to say that we have 9 planets in our solar system, and Pluto was the farthest planet from the Sun, and it was the smallest of all the planets in our solar system. So in 2006, the International Astronomical Union and the astronomers around the globe voted to decide that it's not a planet anymore. Pluto is very, very far away from the Sun. In fact, it is so far away that the noon on Pluto looks like how it would look like in dawn, or right after sunset, or just around sunrise, how lit it is around us. That is how it would be lit on Pluto in a noon. So it's so far away. To talk in astronomical terms, it is about 49 astronomical units away from the Sun, or its closest approach to the Sun, it is 30 astronomical units away. So which means it takes 4 hours for the rays of the Sun to reach to Pluto. If you guys know, it takes 8 hours for the sunlight to reach to Earth. So imagine Pluto being so far away, it takes 4 hours. So if you're standing on Pluto and if you look at the Sun, you'll be looking at the Sun from 4 hours in the past. That's how far away it is. As I have told you earlier, the further away the planet is from its parent star, the slower it orbits around the star. So Earth orbits around the Sun in 365 days, right? So the Pluto orbits around our Sun in 90,530 Earth days. So it takes such a long time to orbit around the Sun, and it takes 153 hours a day to go around itself. So a day on Pluto is 153 hours, right? Pluto is such a small planet, or it is so small, I cannot say that it's a planet anymore. So it is so small that it's even smaller than the moon. So now you can see, being such far away from the Sun and being so small, these kind of added up to become a reason for Pluto to not to be a planet anymore. So what exactly is a planet? So there are 3 main conditions that we apply for the astronomical body to be called as a planet. The first one of which is an astronomical body should be going around a parent star. So it should have an orbit around its parent star. It should be bound by its parent star, right? So that is the first condition, but it applies to Pluto. It does go around the Sun. It does have a fixed orbit around the Sun. The second condition for astronomical bodies to be called as planet is that it should be round or nearly round in shape. So Pluto is circular in shape. We have known that as the New Horizons mission passed by Pluto, and it captured some beautiful image of Pluto. So it is round in shape for sure. But the third category of some astronomical body to be called as planet is that it should clear up its neighboring area. Now, when I say clear up, I mean that the gravitational pull of the planet should be so strong that it should capture the astronomical bodies around it in its gravitational pull. So they should orbit around it, or at least fall on it like meteors do on the planet Earth or any other astronomical bodies. But anyway, I figured that even these three concepts, these three rules that we apply to planets is kind of confusing, because if we say that Pluto is so small, then it's smaller than the moon. All the other moons in the solar system are also small, right? So the Pluto does not actually it is not completing the third category. It is not clearing up the space around it. It has few more astronomical bodies that are found around, such as there is an astronomical body called Meki, then there is Aries, there is Cygna, and Pluto does have a moon kind of astronomical object called Charon, but they both kind of go around each other like a twin star system. So it's not like Charon is going around Pluto, they both go around each other. So that's again another weird part about Pluto, that it is not clearing up its neighborhood to be fit inside the definition of a planet. Also, as Arnav Desai in the comment box has mentioned, that it is the orbit of Pluto is extremely eccentric and it interacts with the orbit of Neptune. So as I told you in the beginning of this talk, the closest approach of Pluto to the Sun is 30 astronomical units. So 1 astronomical unit is the distance between the Sun and the Earth. So Pluto is about 30 astronomical units away from the Sun at its closest approach to the Sun, but it can go as far as 49 astronomical units. So you can imagine how eccentric that might be. In fact, in the years 1979 to 1999, Pluto was actually closer than Neptune. So when we were saying that there are 8 planets in the solar system, actually Pluto was the 8th planet and Neptune was the 9th between those 20 years of span. But it is since the orbit is eccentric, finally in 1999 it kind of got away, and then it again took the 9th place. But in 2006 we decided that we are not going to call it a planet anymore, but we are going to call it a dwarf planet. So